Hey, oh, my throat is so itchy. Ugh, it means something is dusty. It's so itchy. Okay. It's so itchy. Okay, chill. Hello and welcome to day 20 of Lessons from My Mom's Camera. If you're new here, hello, my name is Kai. Welcome. A little bit of context. My mom recorded herself do these accountability videos when she would pursue a 77-day challenge, an 88-day challenge, where she would try to hit a goal. And for this cycle, her goal is to wake up early, get up before checking her phone, breakfast or coffee, and take a walk outside. And then she would post or record herself or post these Facebook lives as accountability to her community. And she showed up honest, unfiltered, and present. Back in 2024, she passed away, and this is my little way of spending time and getting to know my mama through her lens and sharing that experience with you. Let's see what her quote for the day is.
Good morning and welcome to day 20 of my 77-day challenge. Today's quote is a really old one, but it will always be relevant into the year 2525 and beyond. It goes back to probably, oh gosh, I don't know how many thousands of years ago or hundreds of years ago, but it is a quote attributed to Lao Tzu, the great Chinese philosopher. And you probably know what I'm going to say. Here goes. Together, everyone. The journey of 1,000 miles begins or starts with the first step. Let me say that again because that is so mesmerizing. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first single step. Now, many of us might think, oh yeah, well, I'm not going on a journey, I'm not going on a walk, I'm not even going anywhere. That has nothing to do with actually walking. Well, it has something to do with walking, but everything else in life begins with the first step. Whatever you've been thinking of doing, and if you're really honest with yourself, there is at least one thing that you wanted to do, you've thought about doing, but you haven't really started. I could tell you a whole lot more than one, but I have started doing this. For those who have been following my 77-day challenge, this is an example. That morning, or actually the night before, I was thinking, well, I'm going to start this 77-day challenge. And I just did it. I just got up that morning and it was blundering. And then I started thinking, I'm going to start doing Facebook Live. And it was just rambling. I didn't really know what I was going to say. And a few days into my 77-day challenge, I started adding these quotes. And I'm loving how people respond to them. I get messages in my private message as well as on the thread. People are saying that it inspires them, and so that's wonderful. I love it. But it couldn't have been happening if I didn't just take that first step. So whatever it is that you've been telling yourself, whether it's okay, I really have to do something about my weight, I have to do something about my health, I have to do something about my brain, I'm not feeding it any positive information. The last book I've read is, I don't remember. If you're in that situation, or for many of us, I need to connect more, really connect with my family, with my friends, with people that I've known from years back, my previous work, my school, my community, whatever it is that you've said to yourself, I need to do this, I need to do this. Stop saying I need to do this and just do it. Because remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. And if you haven't seen that movie, Forrest Gump, old movie, shot back to the 80s, I think, watch it. Forrest Gump, or the character played by Tom Hanks, just started to run. And he just started running and running and running. And he did stop for hundreds of miles. And he had a community of followers, supporters, cheer, people who were cheering him on. Sometimes I feel in a very microcosmic way a bit like that. I just started my walk and I have people telling me, "You're inspiring us, go for it." And I see Merlin, I don't know if she's on right now, but one of my girlfriends in the Philippines, she started going out with her friends and they walk too. And Julie Kurtesh in London, she's been walking too, and Julie's 83 years old. Shout out to Julie. So people are taking on the challenge of getting out there and walking. It doesn't have to be walking. It can be whatever you're passionate about, or maybe whatever you think you would want to do but you're afraid to do. So whatever it is, just start it, because the journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. And for me today, I am on my 20th day. So I took a first step 20 days ago, and I'm feeling energized. I'm feeling really enthusiastic about it now, and I feel empowered. I realized I can do it. I wasn't sure I would last until today, but here I am, and I'm not even thinking of, will I last until the day after? No, it's like, okay, what am I going to do tomorrow? What quote am I going to share tomorrow? So there's that energy. So whatever, and I know, gosh, my Toastmasters friends are probably saying, "Michelle, stop the so's. We stopped counting at 21 or 20. I know, but whatever. It's morning. I don't have my coffee yet, so I'll give myself a pass on the so's. There, I had another so. I better stop talking and go out there and have my walk. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Okay. For those of you who don't know, I'm actually also doing, I'm following along the 77-day challenge by doing my own challenge of practicing impromptu speaking. So right after her quote of the day, I also try to formulate a sentiment about it and then deliver it in 2 minutes right after. But here's the thing, I always get caught off guard after watching her videos because there's so many things that I want to respond to. And maybe, you know what, maybe that's another skill that I'll be developing, which is really tying in all these things that I want to say in 2 minutes. It's possible. She just said, just do it. Just do it. Sometimes it's a really daunting concept, but you just start. And maybe let's start with the impromptu speech. The journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. And what I've realized is something to celebrate about, and I'm really glad to announce. I think I have converted. I think I have crossed the territory into being a doer. I think I've crossed the territory into becoming a doer. I think I've crossed the territory to be a doer. That's such a foreign concept to me, that word doer. And I've always watched it in videos. Are you a doer? Are you a doer? And I've always thought, yeah, I'm a doer. I'm a doer. I have so many things that I planned out to do for the next day. And guess what? The very next day, after all the planning and listing down of things that I want to do, but the next day, I'm already daunted by the idea of doing all these things and overwhelmed that I end up just procrastinating. I would, yes, be kind to myself and also place it on ADHD and functional freeze. But at the same time, there is still that word that I get frustrated about. I guess I'm not a doer. I'm just someone who watches my life pass by on the bleachers. And actually, it was just a few minutes ago, right before this video, I wrote down I wanted to talk about a topic, which is I think I've crossed the territory into becoming a doer. And the reason why I said that is because I feel it from being such an overthinker to now graduating to figuring it out as I go. And that theme was actually inspired by yesterday's video, Just Do It. Or was it yesterday or a few days ago, a video, and her quote of the day was pretty much capturing it. It's either you do it or you don't. And interestingly enough, I just created a video which I'll be posting on my social media soon, which is just do it. The theme of it was just do it. Behind every brave moment that I showed up for my life was a girl learning to just love herself when no one was watching, learning to be the biggest cheerleader, the biggest supportive sister. And what I learned from this beautiful, messy process was that I just needed to show up for that little step that I was going to take. And it doesn't matter how daunting or how far it feels like, because the path is insignificant at that point. The path disappears when you're just so present for the moment and so grateful that you're just here living and showing up for life in that moment. And oh, there's so many things I want to do. There's so many things that I want to achieve. And rather than be overwhelmed by it, I'm excited now because I'm totally okay with messing up, fumbling, or figuring it out as I go. It's more of the the confidence that it's built, knowing that whatever happens, I was there. I was there. Bloop. I existed in that moment and I was there. And that's all that matters. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I think I went past 2 minutes, but hey, there's so much. Oh, also, shout out to a comment that was posted in one of the videos on TikTok. My mama just said in this video, I hope in what little microcosm I have an effect on somebody. And I'm just telling mom, oh, if you only knew. You said 2025 in this video, but it's a year later, 2026. There is a growing community, like a small community right now of people sharing this moment with you wherever you are. I love you, Mama, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.